there, I'm Miss Winterstein, and this is a bass. The bass is the biggest string instrument. It's so big, I actually have to stand up to play it. I can't even sit down. Now, it is a string instrument, but it's a little bit different than the other instruments, right? It's super low. And again, it's so tall I have to stand with it. I can't put it on my shoulder and I can't sit down with it. Let's look at some of the similarities between my bass and my violin. They both have 4 strings. And what's cool about this is that they're actually the opposite named of my violin. E, E, A, D, D, and G. But they kind of go in opposite order. Other things I notice is that they both have a scroll. They both have a fingerboard. They both have a bridge, but look how big the bass bridge is. They both have sound holes. They both have tail pieces. But there are some differences, aren't there? I notice that my pegs on this violin are actually a little bit different than on my bass. These, see, they kind of turn funny. I don't know. Ooh, can't quite see those. So these ones turn like this, but these are like guitar pegs. The other thing that I notice is that the top of the violin over here by his shoulders kind of like curves in, but on this bass, it curves up. So that's pretty traditional of basses. And the last thing big thing I notice is that I need an end pin for this, just like my cello, so that I can stand with it. Let's listen to what the bass sounds like. Remember, the bigger the instrument, the lower the sound. So because my bass is the biggest string instrument, it's going to be the lowest sounding. The term bass line comes from what the basses play. That's a pretty traditional jazz bass line. You might have also heard things like this. That was Stand By Me by Benny King. It can also play really pretty notes higher up. Now, we only need a couple bass players, but bass players are the foundation of the orchestra. Without a good bass player, we would get lost every time. So if you want to play the bass, make sure to sign up when we have sign-ups.